Welcome to another episode of Wisdom Moments on K24 with Miss CJ Atemo the Sage. I hope that you are well today. I hope that you are energized and ready to go. Even for those of you who will be watching this on YouTube and it is past the time that we normally do, hope that it is still helpful and energized to you. See, morning can be any time to you. Your morning can be in the night. It could be that's when you're mentally waking up and getting ready to do your stuff. But we're so glad that you're tuned in and watching this. If it is your very first time, well, every 9:55 a.m. Monday to Friday, we come on to K24, bringing you these wisdom nuggets and just empowering you to become a better person, make better decisions, and do more with your life. See, information is powerful. Information helps you get better decisions, and the quality of life that you will live is dependent on, or will be dependent on, the kind of decisions that you make, which are also dependent on the kind of information that you have. So the more information you have and the more quality information you have, the better chances of you making better decisions, which then inadvertently may lead you to making better life choices and causing you to have a better quality of life. Well, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel, CJ Atemo? If you haven't, kindly do so. There's so much content right there that is educative, including this, and I'd be so glad to have you subscribe there, set notifications so that every time we upload the videos, you get to know and then watch, like, post a comment, and share. For those of you who are seeking to get in touch, you can do that via Instagram, Facebook, the page CJ Atemo and CJ Atemo School of Leadership. You could also get in touch with me on Twitter as well and connect on LinkedIn. But, I'm so glad, so grateful for people who are connecting on Instagram, and we're just building that up. So let's do the same on YouTube and Instagram, and let's just build that up. Positive content on Twitter and LinkedIn as well, and Facebook, CJ Atemo the page, CJ Atemo School of Leadership as well, that's the page. But for those who love to do things formally and people who want to have things done officially, we've got an email address for you, cjatsol@gmail.com. For inquiries, for invitations, you just want to get some clarity. Sometimes you want to have a personal session. You can do that. If you're seeking privacy, you can do that and just write mail. We will get back to you. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I've been talking about self-motivation. It is important for everybody to be able to motivate themselves. I know that a lot of us come out over here to motivate you, to inspire you, to build you up. But you see, we cannot do more than you do with yourself. We just come to farm up your own motivation, to energize it. We come to confirm your conviction. So if you do not have self-motivation, it becomes difficult for somebody on the outside to do that. When you go to the gym instructor will ask you what you'd want to accomplish. If you're going to school after you have done your first degree or something, a career coach would ask you, what is it that you want to accomplish? If you go to a financial consultant, and they will ask you, what is it exactly you want to do? So everybody will want to find out what you want to do because they just come in to farm that up. You go into a studio to record your music, they want to know, what kind of music do you want to bring out? So there has got to be something in you that other people can work with. There's got to be something in you. If you go to a nutritionist, they will ask you, what do you want to achieve? You setting up an event and you ask a caterer to come in, they will ask you, how many people would you have? What kind of food would you want to have? What's your budget? They will always work with what you have. If you do not know what you have, it is difficult for other people to know how to help you. You must know what you have, and you must know what you want to do. If you don't know what you want to do, you don't know what you have, it will be difficult for other people to help you. So all of us come around you to just help you do what you want to do. We're not coming to tell you what to do. We are not coming to direct you where you don't want to go. We find out, what is it that you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Where are you at? What do you have? And then just to help you get to know how to use what you have and how to start from where you are to get to the place that you want. So it is important to have self-motivation. Each one of us must have that. You have to have a dream. You have to have a destination. You have to have that. And then we can work and build around what you do have. I did talk about people getting motivation from their conviction. And I think that that is the greatest way to get your self-motivation, because conviction is so powerful. Conviction will determine your decision-making process and the kind of decisions that you make. And it is easier to stay on decisions that are based on your convictions, whether your convictions are based on faith or culture or just socialization, philosophy, ideology, whatever it may be. It is easier to stay there. Your convictions, if you have certain convictions, for example, you don't believe that you should take a bribe, then you will always stay motivated no matter how much is put on the table. You can be in various spaces where people will try to compromise you, but you will walk away or you will say no because you have a conviction around that. So we talked about conviction. But then I also talked about certain factors that make people make certain decisions which may not be the best. One of them being comparison, where somebody feels that they need to be at par with other people, and then competition, where somebody feels they need to be better than other people. And I said those two may not be the best ways to motivate yourself. But the fourth way that people motivate themselves is based on conditions, circumstances. Well, it can really be a powerful thing in motivating yourself. The conditions around you can really energize you and fuel you and push you up into the place of doing things that you probably would not do. For example, a wife who has lost a husband who was a breadwinner, hardworking person, breadwinner, or even if not the sole breadwinner, but who was really participating in taking care of the family. Then she's left alone. The conditions may push this woman to look for something else, for example, a side hustle, and so that she can fill up the gap and take care of the bills and take care of the children. Now, as much as the condition may be negative, it can fuel up something that is positive, because this person then begins to push themselves and get motivated and feel the need to do more and discover that they could do more. For other people, it is where they have grown up, the conditions that they've grown up in. We've seen so many people who have risen from places of adversity and disadvantage, humble backgrounds, to succeed so hard, because every time they kept on looking at the conditions around them and their families, probably looking at their siblings and their parents, they felt that they needed to do so much. Well, that's a very strong point, your conditions, because most of the time your condition remains like an image you see continually. And then it always remains as a reminder as well that if I don't work hard, I will go back over here. So if you have, for example, had a situation where you nearly lost your life because your lifestyle is not very good, that condition can motivate you to get into healthy living, healthy eating. And every time you remember the pain of having to go through hospital visits, the visits to the hospitals, the doctor's visits, the pain of paying hefty bills, then you stay motivated on a healthy lifestyle because you don't want to go back that direction. And a lot of people have made great changes based on conditions around them. It is important for you to learn how to turn your adversity into advantage. I know that sounds very cliche, but it is important for you to learn how to turn your adversity into your advantage. That you do not allow yourself to sink in your conditions just because they're not favorable. You can use that to fuel you up to make better decisions, to do better things. When you look around and see that your family members are all, at a certain level, you can use that to propel yourself to the next level so that you not only lift yourself and probably lift them, but you bequeath the next generation with a better life, better decisions, greater options. You can actually leverage on your conditions to do more and become better. You can look at a parent who, for example, wasted their money and build on that and begin to invest your money. You can come from a family where people are alcoholics and that will make you decide that I'm not going to touch alcohol. You can look at bad decisions that were made by different people concerning relationships, dysfunctional families, and just make up your mind that you're going to have a functional family. No matter how hard things will be, you will say, I'm going to stick in this marriage. I'm going to raise my children. I don't want to live like my father left. I don't want to move like my mother moved. I don't want to quit like my grandfather quit. And then you just decide, I'm going to work on this so that my children will have a functional family. Conditions can become a good foundation for your self-motivation. I hope that this has been helpful to you. Wish I had more time, but that's all the time that I've had right now. This is CJ Atemo the Sage. This has been Wisdom Moments on K24. Remember to tune in every Monday to Friday at 9:55 a.m. and also to subscribe to my YouTube channel, CJ Atemo. Set notifications, like